Let us look at some of the problems on trigonometric ratios. So I have chosen two problems here. Let's look at the first one. Here we have a triangle in which the triangle is being divided into two different triangles. So we have here things given, that is a triangle ABC is a right angle triangle at B, and angle ABC, that is BAC is 32, AC, that is equal to 47, and D is the midpoint of AB such that BDC is equal to 51, and we are asked to find the length of BD. So this is BD. We are going to find out the length of BD. So what we are going to look at here is there are two triangles. This is one triangle, that is ABC, and there is another triangle, that is BCD. So if you want to apply the trigonometric ratios, we know that there should be a right angle triangle. So we are not going to consider this triangle. So we'll be considering this triangle as ABC or ACB, which is right angle triangle at B, and another triangle, that is CB and D, which is again at right angle at B. So now, since we want to find out BD, so for this triangle and also the another triangle, this is the common side, that is BC. So we'll find out first the value of BC, and considering this we can find out the value of BD. So first we'll find out what are the different sides. So for this triangle, if I'm going to consider the triangle ABC, for this triangle the angle theta is 32, and for this one this will be the opposite side. This is the hypotenuse, that is the longest side, and the side on which the angle A is resting, that is 32, is called as the adjacent side. So what is to be calculated? We have to calculate the value of opposite, right? And we have the hypotenuse value given, and we have the angle. So which trigonometric ratio are we going to use here? We have already learned in the previous video that we can use the word, that is so ka toa, where S stands for sine, that is defined as opposite by hypotenuse. C stands for cos of the angle, which is defined as adjacent by hypotenuse. T stands for tan of the angle theta, defined by opposite and adjacent. So we now need the opposite side, and we have the hypotenuse and we have the angle. So we are going to use opposite and hypotenuse, that is defined for sine of the angle. So therefore we'll find out sine of the angle given, that is sine of 32 degree, which is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. So what is opposite here? Opposite value is not given, so that is BC. We'll write it as it is, and we are going to find it now. What is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is 47. So we have sine of 32. What is sine of 32? If we calculate the value of sine of 32 in the calculator, as I already mentioned, there should be D appearing as the mode on the calculator. If it is radian, make sure to change it to D, that is degrees. So it is sine of 32 degrees, and that will be equal to 0.5299, and this is equal to BC by 47. So if I want the value of BC, I'll just multiply this 47 on the other side. So BC will be equal to 47 times 0.5299. So therefore, what is the value of BC here? BC will be equal to 0.5299 times 47. So when you calculate this, you get the answer as 24.9062. I'll take only 4 numbers after the decimal point. Just try to round it to the last number. So BC value is 24.9062. So we'll take this value and write the value here. BC value, we got it as 24.9062. 24.9062. So knowing the value of BC, we have to find out the value of the next triangle. So we want the value of this BC. So we have this triangle now, which is again a right angle triangle, where we know the sides. What are the sides known? Here the sides known are, for this triangle, this is a theta, and for theta, this again will be the opposite side. This will be the adjacent side, and this will be the hypotenuse. So considering this, now we'll find out the value of BD. So again, what we are going to consider? Hypotenuse is not known to us, so we can skip that. What is known? We know the angle theta and we know the opposite. We want the adjacent. So we'll look for the formula where we have opposite and adjacent. So you can see opposite and adjacent can be found in tan of the angle theta. So we can do it accordingly. So here. So this is for triangle. In triangle, that is CBD. Okay, that is right angle at B. What is the value we know? We know that tan of the angle theta. So tan of the angle theta. What is tan theta? Tan theta is defined as opposite by adjacent. Yes, opposite by adjacent. So tan of angle theta. What is the angle theta here? It is 51 degree. Tan of 51 degree equal to opposite is 24.9062, which we have calculated now, and the adjacent value for this small triangle is BD, which is the value we need to calculate. So in the calculator again, we are going to calculate the value of tan of 51 degree, that is 1.2347. So I'll round it to fourth decimal place, that is 1.234 and 9, that is equal to 24.9062 divided by BD. Now I know, now I want the value of BD, so just reverse this, send it to the numerator, bring it to the denominator. So BD will be equal to 24.9062 divided by 1.2349. So divide this, we'll do the division, that is 24.9062 divided by 1.2349, and that gives us the answer as 20.16859. 859,665. This is the digit I get in the calculator. So this is the value of BD now. What is asked? Calculate the length of BD. Give your answer correct to three significant figure. So in this, the answer that we get, what is the third significant figure? We can see that the number is starting from 2, which is a non-zero number. So third significant figure will be 1. 1, 2 and 3. This is the third significant figure. So we need to change 1 looking at the number next to it. So 20 point. Since it is more than 5 or more than 5, 1 changes to 2. So it is 20.2 and the given unit is meter. So therefore the length of side BD is 20.2 centimeter, and this is how you calculate the missing side. So let's look at another example. The sky slope has been designed for a winter Olympics. Calculate the length of the slope BC. This is what we need to calculate. Give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. So let us look at first what is given, and then considering that we can go for the missing thing. So this is what is to be calculated. Yes, that is the slope. But again, if you want to calculate, we need a triangle, and that triangle needs to be a right angle triangle. So let us try to draw a right angle triangle in this. Suppose since I need only the slope here, if I just draw a line like this, a straight line joining B to this line, a perpendicular line CD, let's take this as a point E. Then this will be a right angle triangle that is having a 90-degree at this point, angle E. So if we draw that right angle triangle, can we get any two sides or one side and one angle? So we know this is 90-degree and this angle can be found out because since we are drawing a straight line here, these both are 90-degree. This is 90-degree. This also will be 90-degree. So here if you want to calculate the value of this angle, it is 118 minus of 90-degree. So what is that? 118 minus of 90-degree, that will be equal to 28 degrees. So this angle here is 28 degrees. So let me write here 28 degrees, and this is the line BC which you have to find out. This is the point which I have considered. So this is not known. So can I get the value of this? Because you know that this is 24.7 and this part is 5.6. If I subtract 5.6 from this, that will be the value of this side. So 24.7 minus 5.6 will be equal to 19.1. 28 minus of 5 will be 19.1. So I got the value of this, that is 19.1 meters. So you can see here we have one angle, one side, and we need to find the value of BC. This is a missing angle, right? So just again look back to the formula, the word we have. So ka to. So for this angle given 28, this side will become the opposite side, this will become the adjacent side, and this will become the hypotenuse. So just look what we want, and as per that we are going to proceed. The question mark is for BC, that is nothing but the hypotenuse. So this is what we want, and adjacent is unknown, so we can leave that. We have the opposite side given. So we are going to look for O and H in the formula. O and H comes for sine. So we'll proceed accordingly. So in triangle BEC, sine of angle theta is defined as opposite by hypotenuse. Yes, this is what we already know. Since the angle theta is known to us, that is sine of 28 degree, that is equal to opposite. What's the value of opposite? It is 19.1 divided by hypotenuse is not known, that is BC. We'll keep it as it is because in the question it is asked as BC. Now calculate the value of sine of 28 degree. What is sine of 28 degree? Sine 28 degree in the calculator will give us 0.46947. So I'll round it to the fourth decimal place, that is 95, equal to 19.1 divided by BC. Now I want the value of BC. Just again swap it. So BC will be equal to 19.1 divided by 0.4695. So therefore BC value will be equal to what? In the calculator again, 19.1 divided by 0.4695. 19.1 divided by 0.4695, and that will be equal to 40.68157614. And now if you look at the question, it says give your answer correct to one decimal place. Which is the first decimal place? That is the number after the decimal point. This is the first decimal place. So we need to change the value of the first decimal looking at the number next to it. So I'll keep 4 and 0 as it is. Look at the number next to it, that is 8, and since it is more than 5, 5 or more than 5, it will add 1 to the number, so 6 becomes 7. So the value of BC is 40.7, but the unit we need to mention, that is given as meters. So the length of BC that was asked is 40.7 meters. And this is how you can find the missing sites when any question is given. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubts, you can just comment below so that I can make more videos. Thanks for watching.